Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So, yesterday, the Lakers won a game against, who the hell did the Lakers play last night? They got people twerking it up all over the comment section. It was the New Orleans Pelicans, right? And you have LeBron fans just lathering it up, screaming it up, hollering it up. Oh, man, we done won 4 in a row, or 4 or 5 in a row. They hollering and screaming. I'm like, I'm happy for you guys, but just know you haven't been. The Lakers haven't been playing anybody. And the teams that they've been playing have all just been one depleted team after the next. They just played the New Orleans team without Zion, without C.J. McCollum. The team before that they played against the Spurs. They were a decent team. That's why they gave them a decent game. Then they played against the Raptors, who had nobody, and I think some other teams there. The teams that they played against that actually have players, we saw the result of that. But nevertheless, shout out to them. And LeBron fans were losing their minds, twerking it up all over the place last night, hollering, screaming, slapping each other with honey, just doing the usual stuff. So I went to bed. Feeling pretty good regardless, right? Like, y'all, some of y'all be thinking, man, the Lakers lose, they winning, it's a wrap for them. I'm like, no, it's not. We're going to be all right. So what happened? I went to bed and I woke up. And I woke up this morning and I just jumped on the internet just to kind of see, what was going on. Is it Sunday? Ain't nothing much. Ain't nothing really happening. Then I came across a video from the channel NBA Cinema. And it's there talking about Ryan Clark calls out LeBron James and Bronny James, right? Now, if you know anything about this Bronny and LeBron story, it's one of the most pointless stories we have in the NBA, because at first it was about the father and son making history, but then it was also about Bronny James developing and becoming this basketball player and all of that, earning his contract and really developing into a good defender. At least that's what they were saying he was supposed to be. But then we got some reports that he was no longer going to be traveling with the team on the road. Then Brian Windhorst came out there. He made a lot of headlines talking about it, but then, of course, he walked it back yesterday, as we all kind of assumed he would. So when I woke up and I saw this clip here, I was a bit surprised to see that there's still some people out there pushing back on this whole entire narrative here. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what Ryan Clark had to say in response to this entire story, and then we're going to come back and really get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
As far as like Bronny James not traveling with the team on road games, and Fred, you saying, well, they stay at the Courtyard Marriott. What has Bronny James done that he shouldn't be able to stay at the Courtyard Marriott? You say, well, they fly commercial. What has Bronny James done where he should be too good to fly commercial? The pros isn't about where you came from, how you were raised, what your parents had. Professional sports is about how well you can contribute. And you don't get treated differently because of your parents. You get treated differently because of your ability to contribute. And if I'm Bronny James, which I'm not, and I haven't grown up that way, I'm begging Rich Paul, I'm begging JJ Redick, I'm begging my father, please let me travel with this team. Please let me stay at the Courtyard Marriott. Please let me fly commercial. Please let me go somewhere where I'm gonna get up more than 6 shots in 3 games to not only prove it to my organization that I'm worthy of being on this team, but to my damn self. Yeah. Right? I've never in my life been the best player on any team. I wasn't the best player on my high school team. I wasn't the best player on my college team. I'm not the best player on this professional team or this G League team. Let me go out and prove that. Because in the end, all of these accomplishments are gonna be for LeBron James. Bronny James gonna have money, but he ain't gonna have the one thing that all of us ever want is proof to ourselves. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to walk off the field and be like, man, they didn't draft me and they cut me, but look at me now.
So you heard what Ryan Clark had to say there. I think Ryan is saying what most people are thinking. That is just a very, very weird story. I came across a video yesterday of Gilbert Arenas doing a 3.5 hour live, and he was going at Kwame Brown. And essentially the live was centered on Kwame Brown's critiques of Bronny James, right? And Gilbert Arenas was trying to defend it and this and this and this and this and this and this, which means that this conversation is out there. But Gil was defending it, but most people are not. And what I'm surprised at is the amount of NBA players that don't seem to have the courage to go out there and just call it the way they see it or the way most people see it. A lot of NBA players twerk it up a lot in media. Like this new media from a lot of NBA players ain't none but a bunch of old media just repackaged. Old media was journalists defending journalists. New media is NBA players defending NBA players. It's the same. Like, it's just the same. Initially, NBA players were getting on journalists for saying, oh, journalists, you guys just go at players, go at players, go at players. And then the NBA players, all they do is go at journalists, and defend each. It's the same thing, just a different flavor to it. You rarely get to see an NBA player calling out people like exactly how they see it. Rashard McCann is one of them that does a good job of doing that. But let's get back to what Ryan Clark said. Is Bronny James too big to fly commercial? Yes, it seems to be the case that he is. At least that's the messaging. He's not going to be flying commercial with this team. He's not going to be. He also spoke about, if I'm Bronny James, I'll be begging my dad and this. And I thought that would have been Bronny's mindset, because I think a lot of us were trying to kind of inject the way we would handle it into Bronny and be like, man, if I were you, I would do this. But I'm beginning to believe that Bronny probably likes all of this. And I'm beginning to believe that Bronny James has fully embraced the nepotism, because Bronny James is a young adult. He's 20 years old, I believe, or thereabout. So he's at the age where he can certainly make these type of decisions for himself. He's a professional NBA player. He signed a contract with the Lakers. So if he's able to sign a contract with the Lakers, if he's old enough to say he wants to go to the Lakers, he can also come up with, make a decision and say, no, I want to try with my team. So by them not doing that, I think it's also his decision to say, no, I don't want to do it. Now, some people would say, no, it's not his decision. It's a coaching staff's decision. Well, then why would you make special provisions for Bronny that you would not make for any other player? It just speaks to really what the Lakers are all about. It speaks to really what this story is all about. And it's one that's turning off a lot of people. And when you have athletes like Ryan Clark going out there calling it out, you know that it's something that even bothers athletes, because athletes generally tend to defend one another. You know, they generally try to do that and come to their defense. But when you have them calling them out, it shows you just how egregious it is, right? And the saddest part about all of this is that there are a lot of NBA fans that support this, or some of them that support this. You know, they support it because, you know, they're just going to support anything that LeBron does. We did a show reacting to some of the comments that Gilbert Arenas and them made. It was like, the reason Bronny can do the stuff that he does is because he's LeBron's son. And the second reason he can do it is because he's Bronny James. So basically what he's saying is like, look, these guys are different from everybody else. They're the exceptions to the rule. And look, if you're going to be the exception to the rule, you better have the game to back it up. LeBron does all of the things that he does because he's LeBron, and Ryan Clark brought it up. What have you done to warrant any of this special treatment? And the answer is absolutely nothing. If we boil it down, Bronny hasn't earned a damn thing. Some people feel like when they say he earned it, they feel like, okay, he earned his spot to the NBA to do nothing. You don't realize when you say you earned it to get to the NBA, you earned the position to now prove that you belong there. Some people feel like he's earned it because he's there, without realizing to show that you earn it, you have to display it with your production that you deserve to be there. Two totally different things. It's like some people feel like the job is done at once you gain the opportunity. No. The job is done when you deliver on the opportunity that's given to you. Whether you earned it or not, it's irrelevant. Bronny earned it. Okay, he's there. Is he earning his contract? No. You got to earn the position. Otherwise, you'll be gone. And the saddest part is, had this been somebody else, they would have been up out of there. Look at Dalton Connect, the other rookie. He's earning his position on the team by them selecting him at the number that they did. How is he earning it? By his production. Bronny is doing nothing of the sort. And to have a 55th pick get all of these provisions speaks to what the Lakers and LeBron and these guys are really all about. It is a clown show, an absolute clown show. And at first, I was really, really on Bronny's side, believing that he was kind of the victim in all of this. But I actually am now beginning to believe that he supports this and he likes this. I really, really do, because there's no reason Bronny should not be practicing and traveling with his team. There's none. You got to go through the process. Like, I don't understand. Look at Dwayne Wade and what he's doing with his son. Look at Carmelo Anthony and what he's doing with his son. Now he just committed to Syracuse. This is how you do it. That's how you actually do it. These are all multimillionaires. They could have made calls. They could have pulled strings to get their son in the. Like, no, you're going to go through the process. You're going to go through the process. You're going to go through the process of doing it properly. And those guys are going to go far. They're going to go far, and that's how you do it. But, hey, the LeBron fans, the honey twerkers, honey slappers, I can't even find my honey. Oh, damn, I used to have honey on my table here. Oh, they probably stole it. Ha! These LeBron fans probably broke into my house when I was asleep and stole my honey. Just to go sitting there in the corner and beat off looking at LeBron James highlights. That's how they keep it rolling. So these are my thoughts. I 100% agree with Ryan Clark. This is the NBA. This is where we at. This is the modern day NBA, the cupcake era. Welcome to it. These are my thoughts. Catch you on the next show, and I'm out.